One Young World exists to nurture leadership in young people, but can you nurture leadership in those that simply don't have it?
We've always been asked with the One Young World project whether we believe leaders are born or made. What I think a vehicle like One Young World does is I think it does wake in some people a latent leadership charism, if you like. I think that the question of whether one is a leader or not is a difficult thing. It's most obvious, especially in very young people. It's most obvious when a person takes a passion about something. So I think for very young people, if they're looking at themselves and going, am I a leader? How do I become a leader? It will absolutely be an issue about which you are passionate. I mean, it just is. If you look at Steve Jobs' fantastic commencement speech, he talked about finding your bliss, that you must have a passion, which I think, I'm not a tech person, to me sounds slightly mad, but that was his passion, and thus it was delivered. And I think that's did I ever know that I had a passion for seeing young leaders? No. But coming from the country I come from, I'm very aware where leadership suddenly showed. It was astonishing leadership and how important it is. I'm scared of situations where there are no leaders, because all human situations come to a point where leadership is required, where change must happen, and leadership is required. And I'm scared of situations where there isn't leadership. I think it's very obvious in political leadership today. So I think for a young person, leadership will show where there's passion. The thing that is really tough is that leadership emerges from terrible situations. So if you look at Aung San Suu Kyi, if you look at Malala Yousafzai, if you look at Nelson Mandela, this leadership emerges from horrific circumstance. And I always look at youngsters and think, oh God, I really hope you don't have to go through that kind of travail for your leadership to emerge. But it's okay to feel strongly about something. And it is okay to believe that you can change something. So the only thing I think you could say is, do you feel passionately that something needs to change? And then is to say, to ask, what are the forces that tell you it can't change or that you can't do something? Even if it's start your own business, what are the forces around you that tell you you're going to fail in this endeavor? And then discount them.